Clippity clap, clippity clap. Hey, it's me. So I'm just out here enjoying the windy night and looking at the stars. They're so pretty. I often come out here to look at the stars. But then I wonder, how many people can just see the stars? And I'm not talking about people who are blind, because that is not what I am really worried about. I'm worried about the people who can see the stars but do not appreciate how they look like. Not, they don't like it. They cannot appreciate the way they look like. I mean, those people who come home and are so tired because they've been working all day long and have to sleep because they have to wake up for the work next day. And I'm not talking about those people either who are working just because they like to work and have got enough money to stay alive. I'm talking about the people who actually want to live like a normal person but cannot, due to the fact that they don't have the things they need to live. For example, they may not have food, they may not have a house, or they may have some people to care for and they do not have enough resources to do that. If a person comes home and he has to choose between having a balanced meal or filling up his stomach with enough food so that he feels full, that is something that I worry about. That is something that does not allow you to enjoy the small things that we all take for granted. But after a few years, those small things like picking up a flower and just like smelling it or enjoying the way it feels in your hand, and that memory just stays in your mind as a very nice memory. Some people cannot have those memories because all the memories they have is being worried and sick if they're going to have enough food for the next week, or if they're going to be able to buy the uniforms for their kids for school. It's sad because we, as people who can afford to do all this stuff, often come to them and tell them, hey, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, you should do this, you should do that to get more money, you should correct yourself, you should become a better person, you should stop lying, you should stop doing all this and all your problems will go away, you should pray to God. At the same time, we do nothing for them. We don't help them financially in a way that is sustainable so that they can rely upon that money or the food or whatever. We do not have any systems built in and are going to help those kind of people. If we see these people on the road, we're often like, oh, look what is he doing over here? He's just like begging while he's got an able body, he could work, but he's just begging. Those don't help him. If you want to give him work, give him work. Give him work that he wants to do on his own terms. That's when I'm going to tell you, okay, he wants to do that work and yet he's not doing that work because he's too tired or he's too lazy, and he's too lazy for the past year. And I'm going to say, okay, maybe this guy has got some problems, but you can't just say, oh, this guy, look at him, he can work, but he's not working well. There's no work for him. Would you like to give him work? Would you like to give him enough money until he can find some work? No, you wouldn't do that because you never think like that. We never think like that. We are always self-centered. Our successes are because of what we did, or because God gave us enough money. It's never because we were born into circumstances that allowed us to accumulate wealth. Most of the wealth today is earned by the people who are on the top, like the top 1%. And it almost never gets to the people at the bottom because it always circulates on top. The middle class gets some, we get some as usual, but most of the money stays up there and does not come down. And we, despite knowing this fact, understanding this fact, we refuse to realize it and do something to help the people who cannot afford to do so. 3.6 billion people today do not have access to either food, proper housing, or proper utilities like water, electricity, etc., etc. Depends on what region of the world, but that's like half the population cannot lead a normal life that they have their basic human needs met, in which they have the basic human needs met. And it's kind of sad because the stars are beautiful, and yet some people, they just cannot care about that because they're more worried about the roof that's broken and there's going to be some rain tomorrow, so they've got to fix that. or if they can sleep on time and wake up for work tomorrow, because if they don't, they might get fired. And on top of all of that, we just feel like we are entitled to what we have. We don't ever question the wealth we have, or we don't ever question the privilege we have, because nobody ever does. So we also don't need to do it. And yeah, we keep donating to people. That's fine. But that doesn't solve any problems. It's been happening forever. We have always had a class who cannot afford food or housing, and we keep donating to them. It's in the Bible, it's in the Quran, it's in every other religious book. People do it. Even in the richest country of the world, the US of A, there's immense amounts of donations that people get. And yet, people who are poor are getting poorer, the richer are getting richer, and the wealth gap is increasing. Bill Gates donating $1 billion will not change anything. I mean, it will change the lives of people he donates to, but it will not change this line going down. There's more that needs to be done other than just, oh, give him some money, it's going to be fine. That's not how it works. We need structural ways to fix this problem. We need ways to get the money from the top down to the bottom. We need ways for equitable distribution. And if we don't have that, well, it's going to continue until the day where people absolutely go mad and they get the things they want. If you don't want to see that future, build a better one. Yeah, and if you know how to build a better one, please, I'm all ears. I need some help, and I'd use with some good advice. So yeah, thank you for watching. Not gonna have any videos tomorrow, so not gonna work Mondays. Gonna take Mondays off. Yeah, just gonna relax for a day, and then I have a personal project also to work on, so I will be maybe working on that. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.